Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm gonna be showing you an updated version on how I draw eyes. So first of all, I'm going to draw an oval. This determines how big the eyes will be. Next, I'm going to make an outline of the eye, which composed of 3 lines on the top and 2 lines on the bottom. So 1, 2, and 3, and then 1, and then 2. Next, you want to curve these out, but not on the corner here. Just going to smooth them out. Next, we're going to draw our iris. The iris is the colored part of the eye. This is going to be a circle. Make it like a half. Make sure it's not a full circle, or else your character will look surprised. Instead, make it more like half of it is visible. Just make sure that not all of it is visible. The placement of the iris also determines where the eye is looking. So if you place their iris here, it looks like the person is looking that way. Next, we can erase our guidelines, which is here on the bottom. Next, we're going to draw our pupil. Don't make the pupil too big, or else your character looks like your character's gonna look weird if it's too big. Also, don't make it too small, or else it's also gonna look weird. I recommend sort of like medium sized. You can place it wherever you want, just as long as it's in the middle of the iris. Don't place it outside of the iris, that's just wrong. Now that we have our pupil in place, also make sure to fully color it in, because if you don't, it's going to look weird. Now it's time for the eyelashes. For our eyelashes, what we want to do is we want to give it a curved shape. Make sure it has this sort of tapered shape. If you don't know what tapered means, like on one side it's thin, on the other side it's thin here, and on the other side it's like thick. If you know what I mean. Make the eyelashes longer and thicker on girls, and make the eyelashes like less prominent on men's faces. Also make sure that they are curved and they are not just straight, unless you are looking at them like forward on. So we can put one straight here because we're looking at them face on. But put it in the middle. There we go. It's curved. Feel free to add eyelashes on the bottom. It doesn't really matter. I add a line here and above here just for stylization. I have no idea what these are called. That's your eye. If you want to draw 2 eyes, draw a cross, and then want to measure how big your eyes need to go. So 1, 2. Now we're going to measure how big, like the distance between these 2 lines are. Then I'm just going to make sure that these are all equal. After we make these equal like proportions, it's time for us to draw our ovals. I'm just gonna make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Then we're just going to be drawing our eyes at the same time. So for example, the height of the eye is above here, so it should also be above there. We should draw our eyes at the same time. So that, for example, when we draw one pupil, we also draw in the other eye so that it doesn't look wonky. If you draw one eye at a time, it's just gonna look weird. Also make sure that the irises are looking in like the same direction. Like for example, we can't have one iris looking this way and the other one looking there. That's just gonna look weird. Like think of where the character is looking at. For example, our character is looking here. You have to place the iris close to there. Now they are looking at that thing. Next we're gonna get a soft eraser and I'm gonna erase everything. Okay, this you can use a liquify pen if you have access to the liquify pen to switch things up a little if you have access to a liquify pen. Next, with the eyelashes, make them tapered. A little lines for detail. Forgot to add an eyebrow for this one, so let's add eyebrows for this. Add our pupil. And there we go. If you want to draw them in like an angle, this is what we're going to do. So we're going to draw our cross again. I just got an ad. I'm just going to draw our cross again. But this horizontal line is going to be like according to the angle of the face. If you get what I mean. Sorry if you don't get it. For example, our character's head is turned this way. I'm going to have to... So for example, here's the head. And I'm going to make the cross looking this way because that... Like this is curved. I'm not sure how to explain it well, but hopefully you guys understand it. I'm really good at explaining things. Anyways, we're going to draw our two dots again. And for the one here at the shorter end of the cross, it's going to be shorter. But on this one, it's going to be longer. We draw our ovals again. Yes, on the other one, it's not going to be much of an oval. Just make sure they're about the same height. That's all that matters. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Smooth it out. Also, something I noticed is that if you draw the iris larger, it's going to give you a more cartoonish look. To make mine not so cartoonish, I'm going to like elongate the eyes a little more. I'm also going to redraw the iris. Next, just going to draw the same details again. Our eyebrows, and then say we're going to draw a nose. I saw a nose. There, it's going to draw a little nose for detail. And then, as I said, if you have access to the liquify tool, you can liquify yours to give it a better look. And to shade it, I already have a shading video. I'll link it in the description for you guys to check out. So, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Hope you guys learned something new. And that's it for this week's video. Bye!